Good afternoon. As we take our third look at Learn Zillion, we will be focusing on one particular lesson today, focusing on the standard Math 2.1 number sense. Students will demonstrate, represent, and show relationships among whole numbers within the base 10 number system. This particular lesson that we'll be looking at on Learn Zillion really addresses 2.1.1b, but also gives us a closer look at C and D as well. So this gives us a great opportunity to really look at a holistic view of the number rather than looking at just a very small piece of the substandard. As I get into Learn Zillion, I will be focusing on this particular lesson, understanding three-digit numbers. In this particular lesson, you'll see that the focus really is to understand the base 10 systems, to include that 100 can be a bundle of tens called 100. And that's the piece that we're really wanting. We want students to understand that different digits represent hundreds, tens, and ones from left to right. We want to make sure that students can understand that when you bundle tens together, that 10 of them can be thought of as 100. And again, what I like so much about Learn Zillion is that not only does it assist you in key concepts, which can be used as learning targets if you so choose, but also really gives the teacher just some keys on what prior knowledge is needed and also what might be coming up next. So if you have those high flyers that, gosh, they just get right through this standard or right through this lesson, then these particular units can give you a little bit more comfortability. When you get into this particular lesson, today I'm going to be looking about thinking about 100. Okay, so when I look at think about 100, I have the opportunity to quick assign this to a child if I should so choose. I can copy it, I can go ahead and share that in Google Classroom, or I can have students log onto their Learn Zillion account. I can get into my particular classes, okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assign this to Brinley, my second grader. I'm going to assign that to her, and then that gives her the opportunity to log in and choose from that menu of lessons that I have assigned. Now, the average student can do this in their own individual math time. They can do it in a one-on-one opportunity with the teacher, or they can actually do this as a center, reinforcing some of those strategies. In this lesson, you will see that we do have the flip charts, which again are just wonderful to have on hand. The additional materials that are needed, like this task implementation guide, which is incredibly useful for teachers. These can be downloaded cards, which are very easier to use. Some intervention and also some extension pieces for the teacher as that teacher chooses to differentiate within Learn Zillion. This lesson also gives, again, that learning objective. So as you're unpacking, really unpacking your standard-based learning targets, really looking at that objective, really thinking about the key vocabulary. So when you're looking at that second rung, if you're going on a 4-point scale, looking at the vocabulary, looking at that basic assistance with help, and then also the materials that are needed, which are incredibly helpful. In the lesson, you'll see that very easy to start off. You can go into full screen. So here you can activate that prior knowledge. That prior knowledge, Emily has beans grouped into piles of 10. She has 10 piles of 10. Kareem has 100 beans in a bowl. Choose a tool and create a representation to show who is correct and demonstrate how you know. What an amazing opportunity to get out those counters and have students sit there and struggle with what is it and how do you know? An opportunity to also bring out those learning logs as well. So going through these particular simulations for students,
Emily thinks she has more beans than Corinne because she has 10 groups
and really going back and asking the students what this looks like and how we understand hundreds, tens, and ones is really a great opportunity. So you can see us going through this lesson, there are different media clips for students to use, and they can actually go ahead and continue to uh, view their lesson as well as have an exit ticket to move out of the particular lesson. Additional practice can be assigned through the assignment preview, which is really powerful and really gives those students an opportunity to, again, extend that learning. Thank you for your time. I hope this is what you need. If for some reason it's not, I'll be happy to repeat it. Thanks.